Hey y'all, what's going on? Welcome back to another edition of Old School versus New School. What's going on, Alex?
Eating the coal in the hizzy. What's going on?
I just love the way all my co-hosts come in and say my name like that.
That's it. This is old school versus new school, and we dismissing all fools. So let's make it happen.
See, he always go too far, y'all. He be going too far.
I have fun when I come up here. I love being up here with you. You know
I'm
that.
glad. I hope I
I'm
have that effect on everybody, but I have haters.
oh yeah, well, we know how to take care of them.
Hey Jamel, what's going on? Hey, Tierra, my love. Y'all better make sure that y'all are subscribed to my girl, the Tierra Latrice Network. Okay, we got some things coming for y'all. I'm gonna keep it a secret for now, but make sure y'all are subscribed to her. Great energy, great content creator. Hey, Miss Sherry, what's going on?
Miss Sherry in the house.
Yes, yes.
What's that my
So,
what's that my guy OG Jamal in the house?
yes, OG Jamel, he is quite the character. He
he
talking
said, he
about
said
don't get too comfortable. Hey, in the words of Jamel, don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it.
I'm gonna tell you, Nicole, we were supposed to have a guest on tonight, Kenya Rahmaan. She's the critically acclaimed author of The Child Support Hustle. She's dealing with an illness at the moment, so we're gonna try to have her on next week. Just want to give her some well wishes and hopefully meet her next week. But we're still going to address some of this issue today, and
Yes,
let her give her take next week because she's the real expert on in these matters. So,
yeah.
but yeah,
We
but what are your
definitely want
thoughts
to
about
wish
that?
her. I was just gonna say we definitely want to wish her a speedy recovery. Pray her healing energy her way. But this give us a chance to kind of tap into the chat's brain on the subject and get them ready because Miss King do not play about this subject from what I heard.
Yeah, she wrote a whole book about it. you know, what I
Yeah,
mean?
so
Wrote a whole book and working on a second book. I think different subject matter, but she has another book coming out. She'll talk about that next week and all her merch and everything that she's doing next week when we talk to her. Um, but this child support thing, I want to really get to the people in the chat and ask them, have they ever even dealt with the child support system? Are they in the system as a custodial parent, non-custodial parent? Want to get some feedback about how you're being treated within that system. Because me personally, I've never, ever been a deadbeat dad, ever. But I was in a child support system. You know why? Because I was a bad husband. I was a bad mate. I was a bad spouse. So in my case, the child support system was used against me as a method of revenge because I was a bad husband or a bad spouse or a bad mate. So the best way to get at me was to affect my livelihood, to get in my pocket, to get the city on my back, to get the courts on my back. It was used as a mode of revenge. It had nothing to do with the children at all. But because the city, the county, the state, they can all make money off of you, they sign on to this victimization because that's what it comes down to. You're a victim. Okay. They sign on to this victimization because there's money to be made. Everybody got their hand out and everybody's in your pocket. So,
so can you elaborate on that a little bit? You say you became um a victim of child support because you were a bad husband?
yeah, I was a cheater. Okay. So, my first wife, who that's my buddy today. We're just very, very close today. Um, very close friends today, lover, the whole nine. We have children, grandchildren. We got past all the hate. But when we were in our hateful hatred back in the day, okay, because I ran around on her during the course of our marriage. I had several girlfriends. I didn't want to stay home. I was a great father to the kids, but I didn't put the time and energy necessary to nurture my marriage and my relationship. I'm just going to be candid about that. Okay.
Okay.
So it caused her a lot of hurt and pain because she kept trying and trying because she's a good woman. She kept trying and trying and trying, and I just would not do right. So it got to the point after, 15, 16 years of this bullshit, she got fed up. Okay. She was done. She was angry. I mean, she was angry. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So she figured, okay, you want to go out there with other women? I know how to get you. And that's when the court thing started and trying to get money out of me through the courts and put my name through the system. And you know that old saying, a woman scorned.
So in your case, you feel that it was done as like a punishment?
As a mode of revenge to pay me back for my
Mm-hmm.
behavior, for bad behavior. It had nothing to do with being a deadbeat dad. Because let me be honest, I'm from New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I left New York, my children came to be with me. What child follows a deadbeat? Okay. What child
Mm-hmm.
leaves their mother to follow their dad? Usually it's the other way around. Okay. So that just tells you I'm nobody's deadbeat. But if the
Mm-hmm.
system can convince you or convince everyone else that you're a deadbeat and we got to get money from him and this kind of thing, then you become more of a victim of the system. And they're not looking to help you out at all. They're looking to take money from you, affect your income. They take it 50, 60% out of your check, but expect you to live on your own. How can you afford anything if you're paying 50 to 60% of your income out to a household you're no longer in? And then threaten you with prison. It's like, okay, if I owe a credit card, right? And I don't pay the
Yes,
credit
that's
card,
NY in the house.
yeah, New York in the house, right? If I owe a credit card, if I don't pay the credit card, if I owe mortgage, if I don't pay for my mortgage, if I don't pay for any other debt, there's protection for me. I could file bankruptcy. I could do I could work on an agreement with the creditor. I could do any number of things. But child support is the only debt
What's
you
up,
can have
Josh?
where they threaten you with prison. Okay? How can you pay child support if you're in prison? What's with all
You
the
gonna work
marriage?
for it. You gonna make them license plates.
You gonna make them license?
Hold on one second. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Josh over there with the escape room. There's King Sangria over there. Y'all make sure y'all support Josh as well. Y'all know how I feel about support. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah. So when you think about, and if any of you guys ever been in the system, I'm not sure if people in the chat have been in the system. You have the child support, you have interest payments, you have processing fees, you have late payment fees, you got all these administrative fees.
You mean like if you in jail or that just come with child support?
That just come with child support.
Oh,
So
okay.
what the fuck is with all these fees? The money never even get to the child. And this is where the non-custodial parent, or I should say the custodial parent, when they in blind rage and just angry and want to utilize the system to get at you, this is the part they don't understand about that system, how corrupt it is, how
All right,
crooked
wait a
it
minute.
is.
Time out. Alex,
Mm-hmm.
are you getting triggered?
I'm not getting triggered. I'm explaining to you the story. I'm
Okay,
explaining to you the
okay,
situation.
okay.
see, my passion is not me being triggered. That's my passion.
Okay, because you know.
Yeah, I get triggered. That's true, but it's my passion. I've been through a lot, Nicole. I've been through a
Mm-hmm.
lot of shit, man. Miss Sherry says I had my oldest son's father was on child support, but he was a deadbeat dad. My youngest son's father, I didn't have to because he was involved in both of my kids' lives. Well, there you have it. See, but Sherry, you're one of them women who understands, and you can decipher the situation honestly as a woman, and you are not led by your emotions. My question to you, Miss Sherry, is your oldest son's dad. How long did you let him ride it out before you put him on child support? Did you give him a
Let's
chance?
give her a second to answer because I really want to know from the chat, like everybody's stance on it because everybody's is so different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Josh, my bad. CB is Escape Room. You know, y'all know I mess with CB. Make sure y'all subscribe to her. And Josh's page is what is it?
What's it?
Josh
Josh's World?
Josh's World.
Josh World, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Y'all know we big on supporting the galaxy over here, okay?
That's all we do over here. Promote businesses,
you know?
Support each other, you know, and
we
block the haters.
We even support people when they're triggered, you know? We there for you in the good times and the bad times. Okay?
Give player haters plenty of space, you know. So
Tierra says not to mention if the custodial parent receives government assistance like stamps or cash assistance, the mother never sees the money.
Man, listen.
So wait a minute. What do you mean by that? So is she saying like if the
government is she's on welfare and let's say the man is paying child support and the mother's on welfare, okay? The state is taking that money to pay that welfare back. It's not a free ride. You see what I'm saying? The man got to pay back all that food stamp money, all that cash money that she get, all that rental assistance. That child support is going back to pay that debt. That's how
if they get assistance and child support, aren't they both getting that back? Or what you saying is what are y'all saying the government takes?
The government takes the child support to pay back the debt that the state is paying for your kids and your former spouse. If she's on welfare, she's accruing debt. They don't tell you that. But if she is on welfare, she's accruing debt. Food stamps, TANF, you know, which is temporary assistance for needy families, TANF. Okay. She's getting her rent paid by the state. Okay. So whoever the non-custodial parent is and paying child support, they're paying back that debt. And that's why the mother will not see it. She'll get her benefits, but she won't see the child support.
I know people who get both.
It's going to catch up with them too. It's going to catch up with somebody.
Catch up with the mom or the child support paying person. Because, you know, because I want to get into that too, because I feel that when people hear child support, most of the time it is men. However, there are definitely women that are on child support. And if the men fought more and was there, they have that option too. I feel like a lot of men don't fight properly for their kids.
Well, you know what, TheeEnicole? I fought. When I left New York, came to Virginia, I had Virginia represent me because my son came to live with me before my daughter did, right? Mm-hmm. I had the state of Virginia fight on my behalf to New York and say, listen, New York, his children are here. Mm-hmm. And they arranged a telephonic hearing with New York to let New York know his son is here. His son is in high school in Virginia. So stop putting this man under debt. Stop the payments. And New York would not respond.
So time out. So when y'all did this, okay, let me make sure I get this right. The daughter stayed with the mother, the son went with you.
Yeah. He came a couple of years after I was in Virginia. He came a couple of years later.
And so she still used it as retaliation, even though she still had one with her and you had one, because it seemed to me like it would be like even break, because I know that you still was sending money before you was on child support.
Angry, you know, when you're angry and you're emotional, emotion overrides logic far too many times.
Yeah.
So if a person is very, very emotional and they're not thinking straight and they let the anger just take over their being, they're not going to think logical about the situation. So I did fight. And because New York refused to respond, if you look in the state of Virginia, under my child support record, it's zero. Okay. New York still trying to hold on to bullshit.
Mm.
Okay, so you fighting something because they're just trying to rape you for money. They don't give a shit about your kids. My oldest daughter 32. My youngest son is 26. These people are grown. Okay, so you know it's such a corrupt. The family court system is nothing but a system of extortion. They're extorting money from non-custodial parents. They're not trying to repair families. They're not trying to mediate. They're trying to get their Christmas bonuses, their annual bonuses, their quarterly bonuses off your money, off your child support payments, period. Just follow the money.
This is interesting because I don't know.
It's interesting because it's true. And the truth is stranger than fiction. See, people, ordinarily a person would say, well, that's the courts. That's the law. They legally bodied it. It's so many laws that they pass.
Hey, Aunt Niecy.
So many laws that they pass to fuck over the average citizen because they practice law. They went to school for law. All right. We're all not lawyers. So they know the jargon and the verbiage and the tricks and all kind of shit to fuck with people and screw people over. And we don't know. We have to find a good, honest, renegade type of lawyer to go, yeah, they crooked as fuck. I know how to fight that. And take it pro bono. But you're not going to find lawyers to take that pro bono because it's such an uphill climb because too many of their colleagues are corrupt.
She said, when my parents separated, my mother only received $50 a month in child support from me and my sibling. Crazy, right?
Bananas. And on the flip side of that, a lot of these men need to understand just because you can't have that woman, it don't mean the children are no longer yours.
Exactly.
I hear this a lot with these men. Okay. If they can't have the woman, they don't want the children. Those are still your children. They still have to eat. They still need a place to live. They still want to see you and spend time with you. Exactly. Why are you making them suffer?
Exactly.
Because you hate this woman because she getting some new dingaling.
I got a question for you in the chat. I wish I would have loaded the video up, but I wasn't thinking about it. But I want to pose a question to this clip that I saw, right? So in this clip, this guy is saying, hold on, y'all, because I am a mother and I got to tell my daughter to hold it down. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Single parenthood, I tell you, it's rough, but rewarding. You know, it's all about what you put into it. But as long as your kids understand that you love them enough and cared enough for them to fight for them, then when they grow up, they'll see it. As they mature, they go, yeah, dad and mom fought for me, to see me, to spend time with me. When they see that, as they get older and mature, they'll have more respect for you at that point.
Okay, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
So in this clip, the man is talking, and I guess his baby mama, he wanted to get his child some shoes, right? And the woman that he was currently with was like, no, you're not about to send them no shoes. She get child support. She needs to get the shoes out of that. And he like, I can get my child some shoes if I want to get my child some shoes. What are y'all views as far as that? Like, because I think that's messed up. If he a man and he want to do whatever for his kids, he should be able to. I don't see how that was the girlfriend, whatever she was, wife, whatever. I don't care. It's not her place to say what that man can and can't do for his child, regardless of whether he's paying child support or not.
She down low wishing these other kids didn't exist. She down low hating that ex. And she down low wishing that he just had to focus on her.
I agree. That's what I think.
Okay. What's the difference between let's say he got let's say he got 3 children. Okay. What's the difference between him taking 3 children out to, let's say, Busch Gardens or something, or Great Adventures or something like that, to an amusement park, and spending all that money as opposed to buying them each a pair of shoes outside of child support. There's no difference. If he want to take his children to an amusement park just to spend time with them and spend the day with them, that costs a lot of money. When the last time you've been to Busch Gardens or Great Adventure or some kind of amusement park? It's very costly to take children there. It's a lot of money for a ticket. Okay. And then once you get in there, they want funnel cakes and they want juices and it's a lot of money. But it's the time with them, the quality time that's important, and not so much the money being spent. So there's no difference. Whatever he want to do for his children outside of child support, that's his right to do that.
Right, because like you said, it's too many men that feel like just because I'm paying child support, don't call me for nothing else. Don't talk to me. I don't want to see them. I'm paying child support. That's some bullshit.
And this is why at some point, hopefully people grow up and mature like me and my ex did. Okay. You have to love those children more than you hate each other.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to say that again. Love your children more than you hate each other.
And you shouldn't even hate each other.
You shouldn't even hate each other.
It is.
But we know how relationships end sometimes. And it takes time to get over the hurt and the pain and come, full circle and say, you know what? Or come 180 and go, you know what? We gotta end this for these children. Because at some point you're gonna have grandchildren. There's a lot of stuff that's gonna be good. Life is gonna change.
Our family, at the end of the day, it just is what it is, and you chose it. I want to speak to her comment real quick. She said, if he wants to do something extra outside of child support, she needs to stay in her place and be glad she got a man that is responsible and care for children outside of the mandates. I totally agree with this, but I want to pose this question. I'm going to play devil's advocate real quick. What if I think in this case, maybe I got to go back and look at the video again, and I'll show it when Miss Kenya comes on again. Well, for the first time, because I don't got it today, but when you married, the wife becomes then responsible to add to that, right? Isn't that true?
Legally, yeah. Mm-hmm. Your money is her money, and everybody's money belongs to the child support court.
So I wonder if it was one of those cases where she felt like, I'm already paying your child support, because then oftentimes I've heard many times that women have paid their man's child support.
But that's a choice. Your money's not really legally binding for those children. It's like, even though you're married, you can still file taxes separately. Okay, because at the end of the day, you work for your money, she worked for her money. Okay, so what it is that this particular woman you're referring to, she just jealous and spiteful and hateful.
Did you see that clip?
I saw it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I saw it.
I think you sent it to me.
Yeah. She's arguing with him about him buying his children some shoes outside of the $500 he sends a month.
Right.
Okay, so it's like,
which that means he gotta have a good job or something, because that's a lot of money to be
1 month
ordered to pay a month.
Right, 1 month. That's $6,000 a year plus all the extras that he's doing. Okay, outside of that, which don't even count. The courts don't even count that.
500 a month is way more than 1,000 a year.
No, I said 6,000.
Oh, I thought you said 1,000.
No, that's $6,000 a year, because $1,000 a month would be $12,000 a year, and some men are paying that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
and then my problem is when they get outraged when the women have to check. You remember when everybody was so outraged that Halle Berry had to pay child support? It's like, listen, if the kids are not with you, what you think, the rules don't apply to women?
Yeah, that's what they think. The rules don't apply to women. See, when it's a man being victimized, when a man is paying $1,200 a month child support, or $3,000 a month, $5,000 a month alimony, everybody's clapping. Yeah, he should pay it. Yeah, get him. But as soon as a woman got to pay alimony or child support, he's a bum. He shouldn't want nothing from that woman. Let that woman live her life. It's such a double standard. It's such hypocrisy, and I'm just tired of all that bullshit.
To me, it'd be crazy the people that say it, because it's like, to me, I feel like the people with the biggest opinions be people who are not in the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think people really like, unless you a parent, you don't really understand all what goes into being a parent. It's not all about the money. However, money is definitely necessary for a growing child that grows out of shoes uh at a rapid pace, eats the whole kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, they can
it's a
eat.
lot that go into parenting, but the time is the most important. Like, yeah, we need the money, but we need active fathers and we need active mothers. Period.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you said, TheeEnicole, the time with them, because one day they 6, the next day they 26. Okay,
Exactly.
so you really have to spend that time and nurture the relationship with the child, because particularly with daughters, as you get older and you get up in age and you 60, 70, whatever, it's usually the daughters that's going to look after the parents. The son will love the parents, but usually the daughter will look after the parent if you've been a good parent. I know that I had my oldest daughter tell me recently, she said, Dad, you will never have to worry about nothing as long as I'm good. I did my job as a father. That one statement tells you I did my job as a father. Okay. My son told me, my youngest son was like, Dad, when I get hit off big, I'm buying mom's house first, but you definitely get in the house. Okay. I did my job. You see what I'm saying?
You got a
Now,
smart ass mouth too, Jamil.
the baby mama got a smart ass mouth.
Jamil be talking to her crazy too. I don't care what he say.
The baby mama and them. Who the hell is Nim? That was baby mama Nim. Who's Nim?
You know who Nim is.
My baby mama Nim. The instigators. That's who
Yeah, that's
Nim
what I
is.
want to know. Was she always like that, or did you contribute, Jamil? The people want to know,
Well,
and them want to know.
if Nim want to know, if OG
Yep.
Jamel was anything like me when I was running around there a hot mess, he made her mouth. He made her mouth like that. You know what I mean? Because all that anger I got, that vitriol, that hatred that came back on me, I put it on myself. I put it on
I
myself.
think a lot of men don't take that into consideration. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
immaturity.
I don't feel men see how they push women to certain things. And I'm not letting the women off the hook. Y'all know I am an equal opportunity blamer, dragger, all of that. I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire. Women, I I I don't feel like it's right to use that as retaliation or anger either.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
the whole situation um has messed up qualities on both sides.
It's about reflection. It's about good, honest reflection. Once you get past the hurt and the pain and you mature a little bit,
And
you
you
can look
stayed even after you knew she was bipolar. So complaint denied.
bipolar. Ooh, that must be some good bipolar booty because he stayed through
Oh
all that.
wow. See?
Hey, I'm telling you. Hey, listen. Why is it that crazy chicks got the best booty? Why is it
It's
the
not our
crazy ones?
fault. Moving on.
Oh, you crazy?
So
That's
the
what you
next
said.
one says,
You said
narcissistic
our
little
fault.
girl.
You said our fault. Let's stick on that for a minute.
I'm not bipolar, no, I'm tripolar, so do not try me. Okay.
Oh my goodness. You hear that, folks? TheeEnicole,
She
one of the crazy ones.
she said, but I'm well balanced, so just don't bring it out. She said, Jamil, that don't sizzle right on my spirit.
It don't sizzle.
Because he said ever since she was a little girl and he still stayed. So
Yeah.
that complaint is off the table.
Yeah, that's off the table. Yeah, you knew that early. You stayed with her,
It probably turned him on.
Maybe. Them dual
See,
personalities.
another thing, while we talking about child support, let's dip and dab into that real quick, right? And
Mm-hmm.
this is for the men and the women. So most times, before we get to the red flags, people need to start paying attention to the yellow flags because there are yellow flags before you get to those red flags. And since you already infatuated with this person, or maybe you need that person. I don't know. Maybe it's monetary. I don't know. But if you notice things and then you still have children with this person, then it is what it is. You're gonna have to deal with that thing.
But Nicole, you know, I know, and the chat know, sex is extremely powerful, especially when it's good sex. If it's great, good sex, that stuff will
I
keep you
ain't going for
drawn
that.
in. Listen, don't talk that mess. You
I ain't
human
going
like
for
the
that.
rest of us.
Good sex grows on trees. Go get
No, it
some
don't.
different good sex.
No,
Yes,
it
they
don't.
do.
No, it don't neither.
I haven't had to deal with
I
that.
know.
So I
I've
feel
known.
sorry for y'all out here dealing
Listen,
with that. But
it don't grow on trees. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because good chemistry, good sexual chemistry is hard to build with some people. They just don't have it.
that's
They
why
just
you
don't
have
have
to
it.
take your time. What do we always push on this channel? You have to take your time because with time comes chemistry. So yeah, no, you can't just go jumping pole to pole or hole to hole. I like how I said that.
Well,
You
you a
can't.
songwriter, so you know you a poet. You a poet.
You cannot do that and expect for it to be good. We need to slow down. Slow down before you giving yourself away. You know what I'm
But
saying?
but even
Because
still, Nicole, that kind of chemistry you can't grow on trees. Not that kind of. Even though it takes time, that kind of chemistry don't grow on no trees, man. I hear so many people saying they are not fulfilled sexually in their relationships. They're just not fulfilled. Whether it's the touch, whether it's the size of the man, whether it's the woman is her stuff is too worn out, whether it's whatever the reasons are. You know, nobody likes oral sex, or she don't like it, or he don't like it, or
well,
whatever.
I'm just gonna say a prayer to all of you out there experiencing that. I've been blessed in that area. So
Mm.
sorry to that man, sorry to that woman. Okay.
So am I. I'm sorry for them as well.
Mel says, I don't like going back and forth with anyone that goes in one ear and out the other. And one of Jamel's famous sayings is he's going to throw them out the window. So when you found this out, maybe you should have jumped out that window. Jamel,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
he said she's
Mm-hmm.
a cheater. How about that? Oh, well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like how women are given passes for being a cheater and men aren't.
How are they giving passes?
Because when a man cheats, it's all about he a dog. He don't know he got a dime piece over here. He got a queen over here. How can he cheat on such a queen? All this nonsense, right? We just dogs, okay? Woman cheat on us. You know what people say? What did he do to make her cheat? What did I do? She's a cheater. Period. I don't have to do shit. She's a cheater. So why is it that I had to do something to her, but if I'm cheating, I'm just a no good ass person?
I
See,
don't think women get passes.
yes, they do.
Tierra
Yes, they
said, I
do.
like a good set of. Oh, Lord.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I like
Yeah,
a good steady foe.
I'm not gonna dig into Jamil today. I'm gonna ask him a little later. I'm gonna ask
Mm-hmm.
Jamil that. I think Jamil need to come on story time and tell us his story.
Put Tierra's next comment up there.
I agree with her.
Tierra,
I don't feel like women get passes.
Tierra, come on, y'all got to come on now with this now. Y'all got to come on.
I
Y'all
feel
not
like we
looked
get
at the
passes in a
same.
lot of areas, but not for cheating.
You
If
never
a woman cheat, y'all drag her down through the dirt, the mud. She's a whore, slut, all of that type of stuff.
you never heard people say, ask a woman when she cheat, what that man do to you to make you cheat. You never heard that?
I've heard it both ways though. To the
What's the
men
other way?
too. He said, what's the yellow flag when people are lying to other people until it's all late? I feel like yellow flags are things that get on your nerves and then you just bypass them and overlook them and be like, well, I can deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like 80-20 rule or whatever. But sometimes those things that get on your nerves are signs telling you this is not the one for you.
The signs are there. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
The signs are always there. What we do is we overlook it. And what I tell everybody to do is when you with a person that you start to care about, you get a sheet of paper and you draw a line down the middle and you write pros on one side and cons on the other side. And you start writing. Okay.
I agree.
And
I
and
agree.
and, and if the cons outweigh the pros, you better start thinking about some alternatives. If the pros outweigh the cons, that's a wonderful thing. You can work on those cons and make the relationship better and stronger. But if the cons outweigh the pros, woo, you better get out while you can. You gonna keep digging the ditch?
Agree with that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is called a T chart.
Yeah, it's called the T chart.
Make you a good old fashioned T chart. Put the goods and the bads and like write them down. And I'm serious. Like sometimes writing things out and having to see them and read them, it makes a major difference.
It does. It does. We are humans in God's image. What I gotta do with anything? Where's he going with this?
Where did they come from? That's definitely true, but some of y'all turned into Lucifer. Because he was made by God as well.
Tiara's like, Lord, where did that come from?
Lucifers out here and Lucy's.
Goodness gracious.
I can't wait to have Miss Kenya on so we can kind of get deeper because I don't know. It seems way more intricate than I guess I thought.
It is. It is. It really is.
And I'm assuming it's different in every state, though.
Every state has its own separate laws, and there's state laws, and then there's governmental laws, things of that nature. So laws do vary from state to state, but a lot of states are very similar in their laws. Some states are just outrageous, like a lot of laws in Texas and stuff. Texas is just an outrageous state, as far as laws and stuff are concerned. But when it comes to this child support thing, because everybody's looking to make money from you, and a place like New York, right? Everybody's looking to victimize you, from the homeless person on the street right up to the governor's mansion and everybody in between. Okay. That is a place where, that's why they say if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere, because everybody there is out to get you for something. I don't care what the economic status is. I don't care what the job status is. I don't care what the marital status is. Everybody there is out to get you. Okay. That's my hometown. I love it. It made me who I am today. It made me strong. It made me resilient. But that place, it'll eat you alive. You know what I mean? So, and I just, like I said, to have Miss Kenya on to speak about this and other things will be very enlightening, but I lived it. Look at Tiara. That's a fact. And Mayor Adams is pissing me off. He pissing everybody off, Tiara. He pissing everybody off right now.
Maybe we need to have Tiara on so we can talk about it.
Yeah. Get up here and talk about New York and Mayor Adams, because he's pissing everybody off right now. I don't even live there.
And not just that, but we already urge people on this platform to be more involved in your city and in your state and their laws and their statutes about things, because meanwhile, while you're complaining about things, all of these things have been voted into place. So you're not as active as you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like what's going on, I'm not talking about Tiara, because I know that she's not the type of person that I'm talking about. Y'all know the type of person I'm talking about that complains about a lot of things, but are not active in anything, just like to sit around and complain. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I would love to, because I don't know anything about Mayor Adams. So I would love to delve into that, because even though I don't know about him, I know about where I live. And so it seems to be the consensus going along in the majority of these states, including laws and things around child support.
And to segue off of, I'm not going to call out your city or state, TheeEnicole, but where you live, there's a lot of people missing, Black people missing, that's not being reported on the news, on the national news.
That as well, I feel like it's going on in a lot of states, and I will be talking about that too.
I'm like, what the hell's going on over there? All these people missing, and nobody's making the news. They're not saying nothing.
Yeah, yeah, it's a problem. A lot of the deep conversations that we're gonna have though, to where I won't have to have any filters, are gonna be on members only because we really about to get into some things because I didn't just come on YouTube to just be a little YouTuber. Like I want
Right.
to talk about things that matter. So we're going to be jumping into some detrimental conversations. And we're going to be offering you guys ways to go about changing things as well. It's not going to
Mhm.
be just conversation, it's going to be action taking
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. Because a lot of times with us in the court, the mentality is when it's come time for voting, we're always stuck with the lesser of two evils. And we're just told to vote without making demands. We got
I
to
know
start
that's right,
voting.
Tia.
We got to start voting with demands. Listen, you want the vote of the black community. This is what we want. Because every other community does that. The Chinese does it. The Jewish community does it. The Indian community does. If we vote for you, this is what we want. But the black community, they always tell us. I mean, Biden had the nerve to say, if you don't vote for me, you're not really black. Now, this is Mr. Crime Bill himself that said that. Mr. 1994 Crime Bill, Joe Biden.
And I said that before people even voted for him. I was showing them so many things that he have said in the past. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's just we just live in a world of far too many followers. You know what I'm saying? It's too many followers. People don't have their own mind. They scared to speak up and speak out. Like, no, we don't do that over here in the galaxy. You be free to say what you have to say because even if you say something wrong, that gives opportunity for education and information. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And never do you have to take my word for it or any of my co-hosts' word for it. Like, look it up for yourselves.
That's it. That's it.
What's up,
Oh,
Big Heavy?
all we can tell you about, and I tell you about my experiences, what I've lived. No reason for me to lie about nothing at this age. I'm totally honest about everything. So,
Right.
and my life, Maya Angelou said, at our core, all of us are teachers. Our lives are classrooms. Okay. So if we
I
don't
thought she was
pass
about to
that
say it in
knowledge
her
on.
voice.
What was that?
I thought she was about to say it in her voice.
Oh no, no. That's fun. That would be funny, wouldn't it? If we don't
I don't
pass
feel
this,
like imitating right now. Y'all know I can imitate anybody, but I ain't gonna do it right now.
but if you don't pass that knowledge on and allow your life to be an open book so you could teach the people coming after you, then what are you
Yeah.
really here for? What are you really
And
here
to
for?
be real, honesty is the best teacher anyway. Like if
Mm.
you've been through something and you got over it, what's wrong with being honest about it to help the next person?
Mm. Lies make people comfortable.
Yeah, too
Truth makes
comfortable.
people uncomfortable.
And we not holding hands. Y'all already know that. I ain't holding no hands. But
Yeah.
speaking of holding hands, I do hold hands sometimes. So make sure that y'all are subscribed to Big Heavy. Okay?
Mm.
Subscribe to Big Heavy. Okay, he got some things coming for y'all. I heard.
Yeah. I don't hold no hands, but they can hold these nuts.
Oh my God. And on that note, I thank you guys for coming through today. And before we get out, let me put this on up because I really appreciate you guys coming through and sharing you guys' thoughts and stuff like that. Hopefully she'll be able to make it next week and we can really kind of like ask her some questions because she's been attached to this um
For a long
very
time.
yeah for a long time, very intricately, and she's fought for her beliefs. And so we can kind of ask her some questions because I didn't really, y'all told me a lot of things right now, and I am a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm a little curious now at this point. So we'll be here same time, same place next week, and we'll see how. Oh, wait, I'm tripping. Before we get out of here, be sure that you are subscribed to Magnetic Repellent.
Ah,
Make
there
sure
you
y'all
go.
subscribe. Do you want to tell them about the new stuff that you got coming?
Yeah. Also, in the code, yes. Thank you for reminding me. Um, I launched my Etsy store a couple of days ago. I have my merchandise, my apparel in my store. If you go to Etsy.com, you look for Ways of the World, WAYZ, Ways of the World. And because I create my own superhero apparel, hoodies, t-shirts, things like that, going to start doing coffee mugs, maybe even cell phone cases. But these are all my original superheroes, things I've been doing since I've been a kid, and I decided to start doing it with some merch. So go to Etsy.com, look for the store Ways of the World, Ways with a Z, WAZ. And I'm going to get TheeEnicole the link so she can put it in the description. And
Yeah,
please
from
go
now
to
on, it will definitely be in the description. A lot of times we complain, where are the black superheroes? They finally gave us, Wakanda and things like that. But let's support a black author in a genre where we're not very prevalent. Our kids need black heroes, of course, in the physical sense, but they need black cartoons and black stories, and they need to see that. They need to see that they are important. They are a part of the world. You know what I'm saying?
yes.
Because the world, at the first chance they get, they try to throw us away.
And this launch, TheeEnicole, my first heroes out are powerful black women. Okay, so that's very powerful. So go to that store. You'll see the images on the t-shirts. You'll see them on the hoodies. You'll see them long sleeve shirts and everything. I got them on all those. And let me know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, I saw them, you guys. They're really really dope. So from now on in the description, it will be down there for you guys. I'm gonna go back and add it to this video, but it'll be up there, because make sure that y'all are subscribed to Alex, because he's dope on his own. He does not need me to assist him in his dopeness. But we'll see y'all next week. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out if you have not already did so. And please stay tuned, because we got a lot of good things coming for you over here in the galaxy. So
Absolutely.
stay tuned, stay up, love yourself more so you can love each other a little bit more too. We out of here.
Peace out.
Welcome to my galaxy. Welcome to my galaxy. This is TheeEnicole. You can always call me E, but don't never call me Nicole. Your presence is appreciated. Please be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe. It's always a vibe. In my galaxy.
Hey, it's Shonda Frey from Ready to Love, and you are watching my girl, TheeEnicole.
Tasha Lyons telling you to tune into TheeEnicole.
This is Samson from Ready to Love, and you're tuned into TheeEnicole.
It's Winter from Love Marriage DC, and you're tuned in to TheeEnicole.
Make sure you guys subscribe to TheeEnicole. She is amazing. Click that button, subscribe, and you are going to enjoy all the information that she's going to share.
So come on over and tune in.
What up, E?
Hold on, it didn't even end.